So I'm about to do a Samyang 35mm 2.8 FE lens review. If you don't want to see me failing many times to go to the beach in the wet weather, skip past to about 5 minutes and that's when I start the review. I definitely took the wrong way round, but we'll try anyway because I'm a bit stupid like that. Wet feet, and I haven't even got to the other side. Decided this is a waste of time. It's 5 o'clock. While it might not look that dark on a camera, it's getting pretty dark and there's no colour or anything in the sky. Try this again tomorrow.
Described as pantheist type of doctrine on that side.
Like, what's the point if I just know that I'm gonna die, I'm gonna become a part of the universe?
Need some fuel, then we need to go out to Kari again because last night when I went out there I dropped my filters on the ground somewhere. I'm pretty sure I know where they are. And I still need to take some photos, so we'll go and find them. Fuel prices are ridiculous here in New Zealand. Unleaded 91, don't know if you can see that, but unleaded 91, which I think is equivalent to 87 in the States, is $2.22 per litre. I don't know what that works out to per gallon, but it's a rip-off. So those of you that know the area know that that's where I was sitting yesterday when I believe the filters dropped out of my pocket. It's not raining, so I want to go get some photos first. It's the black sand beaches of the west coast of New Zealand. They're all like this, all the way down the west coast, more or less. It's starting to rain on me again, not heavily, but pretty sure these Samyang lenses aren't weather sealed, so they're not mine. I hope they don't break. I don't think it'll rain too hard. It's a pretty cool rock over there. You can, when we get to where I'm about to go, you can just walk past it and it lines up perfectly with the mountains in the background. Hills, mountains, either way. You can tell I haven't been to the gym in like a month. I think I better get my cloth out and wipe the lens. So I'm not actually getting wet at all here. Good area to hide till it stops raining a little bit. It's pretty epic up here though. You can see a lot. Wipe down the lens, got my breath back. I did forget to take the battery grip off, which I was going to do, but you can see how ridiculous this camera looks with the Samyang 35mm and a battery grip. It's so small that it makes the rest of the camera look enormous, but without the battery grip and just the lens and no plates or anything, it makes a very, very small system. Okay, it is pissing down with rain out there now. You can't really see in here because we're covered by all these trees, but we're just going to have to bail, go sit in the van for a bit, and we'll come back out when it stops, if it stops. Let's put the camera in the bag. I just realised my iPhone is waterproof. It has a cracked screen anyway, so hopefully it breaks. And I have an excuse to buy a new one. Also, this V is my favourite flavour. Hey, come here. Come here. You're alright. Come here. What's your tag say? Let me see your tag. So now I'm back at the car. Stops raining. God. So what you saw there was me trying to get out to the beach like 3 days in a row, trying to get some landscape photography done with this little tiny Samyang 35mm 2.8. So today I'm going to give you a review on it. I have a few photos to go over. So the first thing you have to talk about when you're talking about this little tiny pancake lens is the build quality. So it's definitely one of the cheapest feeling lenses that I've ever had my hands on. This kind of lens cap thing comes with it. It's a little bit pointless. This back element here is aluminium. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure everything else is plastic, and it certainly feels plastic. It's really cheaply made, but it's a really cheap price. So, you know, you've got to expect something. It's not going to be perfect in all areas because you just can't make things that cheap and have it that high quality, high build quality, high optical quality, everything like that. Size-wise, when you put it on this Sony, this is an A7R3 with a battery grip, and it looks completely ridiculous. It's more of a body cap than a lens, I'm going to say. It's that small and that light, it doesn't really feel like a lens. If you take the battery grip off, what you have is a tiny, tiny little compact system that doesn't look professional. It doesn't look like anything scary. It's just a tiny little camera. So if you're planning on doing street photography or travel or just walking around and you just want something cheap that you don't really have to worry about, this is pretty awesome. It's a really good little combo. You know, there is the Sony 35mm 2.8 Zeiss lens, and the optical quality on that one I'm gonna say is just a touch better, but it's still a really old lens and it's more than double the price of the Samyang, at least here in New Zealand. Talking about image quality, it is really good at 2.8, especially around the middle of the frame. It does get softer a little bit outside the edges, but when you stop it down to like 5.6 or f7.1 or something, it's really actually quite good all the way to the edge of the frame. Focus speed is really good. I'd say it's somewhere in between my 24mm G Master and my 85mm G Master. So you guys, if you've tried those lenses, you know the 85, well, it's not really slow, it's definitely not fast, and the 24mm is really quick. So focus speed is really good enough for most situations, no problems there at all. So there's really not much else to talk about. Like I said, it's a really cheap, really low budget lens. It's made pretty cheaply. Optical quality is good, and it weighs nothing. It would be great for travel photography, street photography, anything like that where you just want a really small mobile camera. Particularly the A7 III and a 35mm Samyang 2.8 is a really great combo for like just a walk around all-rounder lens. The other thing, because it has a 49mm filter thread, it also has the same filter size as the 28mm Sony and the 55mm Sony, which can come in handy if you have those lenses. You'll already have some filters. So if you're looking for a cheap lens and you can deal with f2.8 instead of like 1.4 or something, and 35mm is the focal length you're looking for, then I have no issues recommending the Samyang 35 at all. It's a really fantastic lens for the money. Would I buy it personally instead of the 35mm Zeiss? Probably. I'd say I would. Mostly because the 35mm 2.8 Zeiss isn't something I'm going to use for my professional work, so it's just going to be for mucking around and just chilling out at home. So I'm not going to be too worried about it being beaten up and everything, and I don't think the Zeiss one is fully weather sealed anyway. So I think 9 times out of 10 you're probably going to be better off going for the Samyang one just because of the price. If it breaks on you, then you can just buy another one and you still haven't spent as much as buying the Sony 35 Zeiss 2.8. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.